War has always been shaped by technology. The sword, the musket, the tank, the nuclear bomb, each shifted the balance of power. But the 21st century has introduced a weapon unlike anything before, the drone. Small, cheap, precise, and redefining the very nature of combat. Today, a $400 flying machine can disable a $4 million tank. That's not just technological evolution, it's economic sabotage. And that's exactly what's happening on battlefields around the world. Let's begin with the basics. A military drone, or UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, can be used for surveillance, targeting, or attack. But here's the twist. Most of today's drones aren't even military grade. They're modified commercial drones. The same ones used to film weddings or real estate. Only now they carry grenades instead of GoPros. Take Ukraine. Since 2022, it's become a global testing ground for drone warfare. FPV drones, first-person view, are now used daily to strike Russian positions. Pilots wearing VR headsets guide these drones with incredible precision, steering them into trenches, vehicles, and even low-flying helicopters. They're fast, hard to detect, and brutally effective. These aren't state-issued weapons. They're often crowdfunded. Civilians donate money. Volunteers build them. Some units produce hundreds of drones per month, each capable of inflicting serious damage. And this isn't just happening in Ukraine. In Syria, ISIS turned toy drones into airborne IEDs. In Yemen, Houthi rebels have targeted Saudi oil facilities using Iranian-made drones. In Gaza, improvised drones have been used to drop explosive charges. The battlefield has gone airborne, and the skies are full of threats. Let's talk scale. The US has long led the way in drone technology. Since the early 2000s, it has used drones like the Predator and Reaper to conduct precision strikes in Afghanistan, Iraq, Pakistan, and Somalia. These drones are large, satellite-controlled, and cost millions, but they also sparked controversy, civilian casualties, extrajudicial killings, and questions about ethics. What we're seeing now is the consumerization of drones. You no longer need satellites, launch pads, or billion-dollar infrastructure. You just need a garage, a 3D printer, and a basic understanding of electronics. This shift has led to a new kind of warfare, asymmetric, decentralized, and chaotic. A lone drone pilot can inflict strategic damage, destroying radars, disabling supply convoys, or taking out commanders. And because these drones are small and numerous, they're almost impossible to stop. Traditional air defense systems like Patriot missiles are designed to intercept aircraft and cruise missiles, but they're useless against a $200 quadcopter flying 5 meters above ground. Using million-dollar interceptors on plastic drones, that's not sustainable. This imbalance has triggered a new arms race, anti-drone technology. We're seeing the rapid development of radio jammers, microwave weapons, anti-drone nets, even trained eagles. But the problem is scale. You might stop 1 or 2 drones. But what about swarms? Drone swarming is the future. Picture 100 drones, each pre-programmed with AI, attacking simultaneously from multiple directions. No human could defend against that. China, Israel, and the US are all experimenting with this concept. The idea isn't science fiction anymore. It's a military doctrine, and the implications are massive. First, cost asymmetry. A basic drone swarm might cost $50,000. The damage it can do? Hundreds of millions. Imagine a swarm disabling an aircraft carrier's radar systems, or overwhelming an airbase's defenses. The ROI, return on investment, is terrifyingly efficient. Second, accessibility. It's not just nations involved. Terror groups, cartels, mercenary armies, anyone with a few $1,000s in internet access can now field drone capabilities. There's no need for jet fighters when you can fly plastic bombs through someone's window. Third, psychological impact. Drones make soldiers feel like they're being watched all the time. The buzzing in the sky, the camera that never sleeps. It wears down morale, it causes fear, and it changes behavior. Now let's shift to geopolitics. Turkey has become a drone superpower almost overnight. Its Bayraktar TB2 drone has been used in Libya, Syria, Nagorno-Karabakh, and Ukraine, often with devastating results. It's relatively cheap, semi-autonomous, and can carry precision-guided bombs. Iran, despite sanctions, has developed a fleet of kamikaze drones like the Shahed 136. These have been supplied to allies across the Middle East, and more recently, to Russia. China produces more drones than any other country, country, both military and civilian. Companies like DJI dominate the commercial market, but China also fields advanced military drones like the Wing Lung and CH-4, often exported to Africa and the Middle East. Even non-state actors are in the game. Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Taliban all use drones. This isn't the future. This is the present. So what's next? AI integration. The goal is clear: autonomous drones that can identify, track, and eliminate targets without human input. The US is testing prototypes, so is China, and this raises serious questions. Who's responsible if a drone makes a mistake? What are the ethical limits of machine-led warfare? Then there's logistics. Drones aren't just for combat. They deliver medical supplies, food, ammunition. In Ukraine, drones have dropped water bottles to trap civilians. In the Arctic, they help map enemy positions without endangering soldiers. They're also being used at sea. Autonomous surface and underwater drones are tracking submarines and scouting naval routes. The war zone now extends from the sky to the ocean floor. We're witnessing a transformation as profound as the invention of gunpowder or the machine gun, and we're not ready for it. Most countries have no doctrine for drone warfare, no rules of engagement, no clear strategy. Some armies are still spending billions on outdated tanks, while rebels fly modified quadcopters with nail bombs. Warfare is no longer about who has more troops. It's about who has better tech, faster adaptation, and smarter systems. It's about algorithms, signal jammers, and lithium batteries. Ironically, in this high-tech battlefield, a backpack with 10 drones can be more valuable than an armored vehicle. So if you're wondering where war is going, look up. That buzzing sound above the trench, it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's the future of warfare. Subscribe if you want more deep analysis of how modern tech is changing the battlefield, and check the description for visual drone combat footage, reports, and maps. Because this war isn't just being fought on the ground, it's being fought in the skies, in code, and in silence.